Straight up, bro. And nothing in there. Technically, Thug ain't going nowhere. We done heard all this shit from Woody. Nigga, you feel like Thug getting locked up? That's crazy. Think about that. Now, Stillwell told on paper and we seen it. Guys went to jail. Straight up. Demiki and Garlington and what's his name? Quindarius Zachary. We gonna see what level of telling they did. We gonna see. You could say Quindarius Zachary probably told. Guys went down with the guns that he bought. And Miss Love said he was telling. All right. My definition of telling is if you give any information to the police, you're not supposed to. Even a lawyer tells you, shut your mouth. Anything can and will be used against you. So you don't want to say nothing at all. Not even giving them truthful information about friends and family or, truth, because technically they could weaponize this information against you, even if you're not guilty, and they could actually wind up charging you with some information you give them. So that's why you're not supposed to say nothing. Because even though you might be telling the truth and not guilty, something you say could wind up getting you, make you look guilty. Seriously. It's not because you're guilty. No, it's because of the way the English language works and the way detectives and investigations work. Your terms or your wording can make you sound like you may be guilty when you're not. That's the point. So it ain't even about your guilt or none of that. So first off, anybody talking, period, bro, what you doing? Seriously, what you doing? Even if you ain't got lawyer money now, wait. Tell somebody, yo, they trying to charge me with this. I need a lawyer. I ain't trying. Yeah. Come on, bro. Yo, what the fuck niggas don't watch Law and Order? Fuck Law and Crime. Niggas ain't watch Law and Order. Niggas dumb. Yo, this boy been talking to these people for a long time. Yo. He done got some people convicted before. So let me, you mean, let me say this. I'm speculating right now, but I'm willing to stand on it. Straight up. Straight up. But bro, if Woody was in and out that jail when he was a kid so much, what you think happened to him in there? Yo, somebody from Atlanta, tell me where these boys from this zone go to jail. Where was these kids going to jail at as a kid? What's the place name? Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, baby. What's the name of the jail these boys was having to go to? Come on, baby. See, I left this trail alone. But nah. Hey, yo, how they find them ATMs? Metro YDC? Metro Youth Detention Center? Now it's called MRYDC. That's the same thing? Uh-oh. What y'all think I'm going to find? Yo, bro, look at yo. Now he trying to get me locked up for assault. Look at yo. Yo pressing charges on me in the chat. That's crazy. You telling. You telling. Yo, pick me out in the lineup, yo. Yo told him my nickname.
Seen video right here, but this video on Blood J page, but keep stopping.
All right, let's keep it real. All right, hold on. Who think Woody genuinely scared of what he done got himself into? Like, y'all think he really telling? I don't think he telling because he's scared, because I think a lot of people would have went to jail and his ass would have had to been on witness protection because it would have been it would have been like blatantly obvious. I think his telling didn't get anybody locked up because he knew that people knew he was talking with police. So if people got locked up, he would have been really called a rat. Who do they claim he got locked up on the street, y'all? Scared to go to jail? That's a legit fear. That's a legit fear. If you on a list, like you on a you bro, who know the robbers don't want to go to jail? Who know about this? Oh shit. Oh shit. We ain't never had this conversation. Y'all know about that? Who know about that? Remember I told you, if you really, like, certain high level robbery niggas don't come outside. Like, they not regular no more. They really be, they that active to where as though, they can't really be regular no more. So the only time they really out is on mission mode, and then they go back and dip off. Real rap. They high caliber with it to where as though the state, they can't, seriously. Yeah, Antoine. Yup. You called it. Yeah, that type shit right there. He giving up everything? Nah, actually, Kanitha, he not solving nothing. See, he floating them. He giving them all types of information. To be honest, this the most goddamn information you can give somebody and they don't solve it. So you got two things here. Either that nigga's a mastermind or they cheeks on their investigations. Seriously, that's the only two options now. Only two options. Because this nigga perfectly is giving them all of these elements of things that won't give them the right answer. Seriously. Do you know how smart you got to be for that? Yo, this is a lot of little data that don't solve shit. We don't know. Think about it. We hearing the same info. We can't finalize nothing from what he's saying. That boy just floating and giving us options to go down goddamn rabbit holes. Straight up. That boy just saying names. Spinning. To be honest, we can't solve no goddamn crimes out of this info he giving. Yo saying niggas got money on niggas that never got hit. He didn't say nothing about niggas having money on Nut. We asking about Nut getting smoked. This nigga's talking about niggas got money on other niggas' heads and they still ain't got hit. 9 years later. That nigga's nice, y'all. Yeah, I was surprised he threw Shannon under the bus. But Shannon ain't go to jail. Shannon went to jail for other shit. Yo, this nigga. Yo, this like the skirt. This like Thug with the skirt. The nigga finessed us, bro. I'm keeping it real, bro. Listen, that's a lot of fucking information to give up and nobody go to jail. Seriously. Yo, he ain't even giving them clues that put them on niggas enough to get them chipped off later. Like, seriously. Unless somebody tell us about something we ain't heard yet. But according to what we done heard so far, nobody has went down, I don't think, for none of the shit he done said. Which is fucking remarkable. Now, hold on. If y'all pay attention, he does say numerous times, and they even allude to, he didn't want to be put on paper for telling. So some of his tells were silent tells, and they might have got convicted. Who remember Vivarito? Hold on. I ain't letting him slide like that. Check this out. Ho. I ain't letting him slide like that, y'all. I got him. But when he was talking with Vivarito, he turned and told her. She said, did I put you on paper for that? And she said that like twice, right? She said, the time you told me about YFN Fats shooting up everybody, I ain't put you on paper for that. So technically, he's smart enough, which is another, we got to give him some credit. This nigga's intelligent. He ain't as dumb as he think. If that nigga just knows when the snitching part gets available to the public. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. To be conscious of when the name will be dropped in what stage of the criminal process, technically, that ain't your average rat. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't your average rat, y'all. That question is crazy, ain't it, Loyalty? When Vivarito asked, Woody, did you go down for none? What? That was almost as if he did it, though. And she knew. And she didn't mind not locking him up for that. Like, that was, I still can't frame that question. True and false. Oh, shit. Here we go. Here we go. He was scared of Shell. When the fuck did I... Yo, is you behind? All right. All right, hold on. Well, all right, so hold on. He's smart enough to understand the leverage he has as an informant. And he understands the paperwork process. When you'll be put out. And he understands the after effects of what happens to rats because of his cousin. Hold on, let's see what else. Yeah, y'all, because we didn't listen to hours of this dude. At this point, yo, we on about 6 hours of him talking. Y'all do know that, right? Yes. The original 3 hours in that first video we seen that got leaked. This joint right here is an hour. That's 4. Then you got the one with the white and black on. They didn't play about an hour worth of that. So we on 5 to 6 hours of him talking, and y'all, we only seen about fucking 20% of it. I swear. They got 3 or 4 videos left. Or 2 videos and some jail calls. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's 6 videos total, and we only seen 2 total, and we seen parts of the 3rd one. Or we might have seen the whole 3rd one and parts of the 4th one. But think about this though. He ain't once incriminated Thug. I ain't gonna lie, he going hard. He getting close. Bringing up his father and Kente was a little bit tricky. I ain't gonna lie. He might have told in that same interview and we ain't hear it yet. But what we done heard so far, I think somebody would have went down. Keep in mind all these videos from 2015, y'all. That 2021 one, he was floating like a motherfucker too, bro. He was scared to say Thug name at that point. I'm going to have to say, bro, this nigga ain't never tell on Thug. I'm going to have to say, he just kept insinuating. Police was insinuating. Yo, why would Viverito be using the same tactics that Dennis and Gaither was using on the boy fucking 6 years prior? Yo, he doesn't like you guys. He's ruining all your lives. Like, think about that, y'all. Should they be allowed to say shit like that to you? That's psychologically playing with you, right? In a situation where your life on the line, somebody tells you that the people around you don't fuck with you. That's a strategy, right? Can we find that training in a textbook and see how that's being weaponized against people when they in a, what would you call that? I mean, surely your mind isn't all the way strong, right? Like in a interrogation, like mentally. So should it be legal for somebody to come in there and tell you about somebody don't care about your life? Fuck. Bro. Stokes. Don't defend them. Stokes, when you repeat it like that, bro, you said it as if you don't have no opinion. Stokes, what's your opinion on that, bro? Please don't just repeat it back like that, because you say, when people say that, that means we're allowing it. Like it can't be challenged. So you saying it is what it is, Stokes. I mean, that's just the way it is. I don't fuck with black people that talk like that, Stokes. Come on, Stokes. Put some juice on that. Change that, yo. Come on, bro. That's some cheek. That's you gotta put the, I don't agree with this bullshit, the way police can say anything. You gotta put something on that, Stokes. Yeah. Now I know you don't, but I challenge the people who conscious to actually start saying it in the reference of, instead of, like, because they got us in this mode where things that's been set in stone, we'll say that. Yo, I mean, shit, you know how the police can do what they want. They are allowed to lie. And yeah, I'm familiar, but that's some bullshit. I still don't see why that should be like that, bro. We talking about a system that's supposed to be good faith. If you want truth from me, why you allowed to lie? Whoa, god damn. What the fuck? Where I pull that from? God damn. Somebody write that down. You ain't even gotta say I said it. I ain't never heard it said like that. I'm sure somebody said that shit, but yo, quote that shit. Just like I said it. I like that one. And I ain't gonna say it like that again. I already done chopped the shit up in my head. Somebody quote that, y'all. That motherfucker tough. Seriously. Seriously. Emotional intimidation? Yeah, I could go with that, Antoine. In the interrogation room, when they got you in a shaky position, and then they attacking your relationships with people in order to get you to give a goddamn, give up information on somebody. I don't agree with that tactic, bro. Put it like this. We should be able to get that interrogation thrown out later on the strength of that. Seriously. They shouldn't be able to do that. I'm telling you. Yo, when people got money, they ain't allowed to do that because lawyers come and protect them. It's the people that's poor that get taken advantage of. Now, Woody, I don't know why the hell he not calling the lawyer. I'm going to keep it real. I can't say it again, Antoine. I ain't gonna lie. That motherfucker was wild the way I said. I was freestyling. And I know I'm gonna fuck it up. It was too short, and it worked. Yeah, I'm fucking it up in my head right now. But that's it. That what I said. Take that shit to a judge. Like really, like ask a judge. Like all right, let's look at an interrogation and let's look at how the police are allowed to lie in there to get truth. That's crazy. Now the foundation lies on, well, they try to solve a crime. How many people got locked up that might not be guilty with these techniques being used? Nah, Loso, that ain't it. Uh-uh. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, Loso. My bad. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I feel like it's a word missing, but technically, fuck it. I think that's it. You might gotta put a some type of fucking. You need some type of whatchamacallit on it, bro, to make you say it right. You understand? Like what that is? Quotations. But I mean that seriously. Paraphrase. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna let you go with that one because it's close enough. I feel like it might be a word missing, but fuck it. How you lie to find the truth? Yeah, that's it though. How you lie to find the truth? It might have been the way I said it. How you lie to find the truth? I don't think that's legit. Tricking somebody to get the truth. Ugh, this is god damn, this is wild, y'all. Mm, mm. That's like a yin and a yang, ain't it? That motherfucker just got like it's almost legit. Cause you trying to look for truth. The problem is it could be weaponized. Uh yeah, Miss Bennett. I know. I know. That's why I said that. I said, hold on. You see me right here. I'm I'm tugging. I'm on both sides. You see me, I'm like, oh, I'm torn. Because I see where this could be white hat. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to solve a murder. I lied to this greaseball. Straight up. It's legit. Fuck. It's legit. Flat out. Fair game. Fair game. He really smokes somebody. Yeah, I could lie to his dumb ass. Guilty. I tricked him. It's fair. But where the line at though, y'all? I ain't even gonna lie. In my homicide investigation, I technically kind of, I believe these high stakes, you might have to get to playing some games. Where the line though, bro? Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm one of them. Yeah, you did some dirty shit. Yeah, they could come in there and say, yeah, well, we got the footage. I believe in that type shit. Yeah. Oh, he dirty. He dirtbag. No good and goddamn well he ain't got the footage. But Holmes is dirty. So I believe these times they could cross this line. So all right, if the dude really guilty, the line could be crossed. All right, there we go. It's then though. The police gonna have to back off if they cross the line and find out he ain't guilty. So there go the line right there, y'all. So look, if I do the lie and I do get information that say that Holmes still ain't guilty, I can't keep pressing him. If I cross that line and try to trick them, and I can't keep doing it. You feel it got to be a line where it's like, all right, let me bag back. Holmes might not be guilty, but then as you letting the killer go, ugh. Yeah, that shit Dennis said should not have been allowed. I'm gonna keep it real. All that you the number one suspect shit. I ain't even gonna lie. I think a lawyer would have. Yo, Woody might have fuck around had a lawsuit from the way they handled him. Seriously, y'all. If a lawyer look at all this shit, they see it now. But I'm gonna keep it real, yo. Some of this shit they did with this boy, bro. Salvatore. The reason why that phrase don't work for everybody is because people don't have money, bro. I'm gonna just straight tell you like that. Niggas ain't even got money. That myth of niggas having lawyer money, that's fake. He told you. Niggas be on living lick to lick. Seriously, bro. Hit a lick, party, spin it, and then hit another one. And it's like, it's just this cycle. Lawyer money ain't really real, bro. Niggas be up every once in a while to be prepared for a lawyer. Other than that, they borrowing or doing the jail time, bro. Barely bailing out, all that type shit. Yo, that's what I told y'all. Like, yo, 90% of the streets ain't really having their way. It's like a 5% of niggas out there having their way on the upper side of it. We having things. We got money put to the side. The law can't play with us because we got money. That's like a 5%. Most guys is on some old, man, I ain't got to go to work. I be out here doing whatever the fuck I want to do. And when I'm up, I'm up. When I'm down, I'm down. Straight up. They deal with it. Seriously. It's a constant. Some niggas go up real high and come back down. Some niggas got like a tight range where they never go up real high or never go down real low. They kind of in the middle. You'll never see them bummy or you'll never see them in a motherfucking Ferrari either. They cool. In and out of jail, it is what it is. The cycle. Yeah, I'm going to keep it real. Like most niggas out there don't have lawyer money on deck. If the charge serious and somebody cares for them, then people start kind of like, yo, we got to put some bread to the side, make sure you'll get a lawyer. Or a nigga got family. If he don't got no family, they give a fuck. Or he don't got a couple guys around him that really, he important enough for them to pull him, that boy gonna do that time. He ain't getting no lawyer. Nobody ain't got it. And niggas don't complain. They know nobody ain't got it. Yo, to be honest, bro, it's a lot of dudes not getting no goddamn commissary money sent to them. Straight up. Why y'all think niggas getting extorted and all that shit over there? Seriously. Niggas don't be having nobody home really getting no money. And then the streets so up and down, a constant run, like somebody on the streets is getting money that fuck with you for your whole bit. That's, man, you got to be a part of a major team to get that type shit happening, bro. I'm going to keep it real. So basically, you talking about, and you putting your peoples in harm's way. Let me tell you this. You putting your peoples in harm's way to expect them to make some money out the streets and be able to send you in jail. I ain't even want nobody from the streets to send me no money in jail. I don't know the temperature out there. I don't know. I don't want you stressing because technically I don't really need that much in here. Straight up. Niggas sent me some bread. I was good after that. I started flipping and moving, making moves. If you really know how to do something, you don't even really. So I'm going to keep it real. Yo, the streets ain't eating like niggas think. The streets like Walmart. Most people in the streets is going out there to hustle to maintain. Yo, most niggas that's really out there serving hand to hand ain't even getting that fresh. I'm going to keep it real. It's a lot of people that's middle-aged, fiends, that be hitting a lot of sales on the bottom level of drug dealing, and their reason for doing it is their daily needs. They ain't getting fresh. They ain't going to party. They might get high a little bit. They going to get their food. They going to get, they transportation to make it to do the things they need to do and all that type shit. That's what's got the hood really. The young niggas who try to get in and get flashy and drive big cars and all, man, these niggas coming and going, man. So I say that to say, Woody and them niggas, and the reason why we saying niggas sitting in these interrogation rooms, they young and they wasn't getting to the money. That's that up and down money. You ain't really, nah. So like, that's why ain't nobody looking out for another nigga. Cause they know he can't do it for them. Only time somebody gonna pay for your lawyer is if you could pay for his. True or false? Woof. Fuck wrong with niggas. Seriously. And I noticed from being a guy in a circle that was capable of being able to look out for other dudes in the circle to a certain extent. And you can feel when, okay, he on the same level with me, so I know I can lean on yo. If I get chipped off and lose 20K and they take all my cars, I could go to yo and say, yo, you know I'm good for it. Because he on that same level like me. But my little man that's underneath me come and ask for the same thing. I can't do that for yo. He ain't on that. That would be a setup. How he going? You understand? Real rap. So I'm saying that to say Woody ain't in a position. Even though them boys probably had thousands of dollars over time, but nobody ain't got no bread put up to really for him. Now look, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't know why he talking at this point. He ain't even got no charges, allegedly. For real. This video in January. Keep in mind though, he think they gonna kill him. Cause them niggas didn't falsely put online that they was gonna do something to him. So if them niggas ain't post them tweets, would he be in this room? What if Woody really didn't do it? And niggas is trying to off him for it, though. Think about it. What would you do? YSL ain't strong enough to back you. You know. You don't even hardly know YSL like that. Hold up. You just started hanging with YSL, matter of fact. So this nigga really don't got no strength. So pay attention to what they said. So what he said, he just started hanging with YSL, then this shit go down. And he's accused. They don't even rock with him like that accordingly. Like, you feel me? Like, YSL ain't strong enough to defend him from what this shit, you understand? So to be honest, yo, this boy might not be alive if he ain't go talk to these police, y'all. According to them tweets and shit. To be honest, they might have really saved this boy's life. And I'm going to say this. The fact he's still alive, he ain't do it. He ain't do it. He ain't do it, yeah. I thought he did. If I was Thug and them lawyers, I still would try to frame his ass right now on the strength he got immunity. But his immunity ain't, I don't think his immunity covered that murder. Pay attention. Hard stamp? What, that he ain't do it? Yeah, Los. I think he'd have been gone by now. Seriously, bro. Seriously. And I think they want to get Stillwell gone. I hate to say that. I feel like I feel like they really want Stillwell, and he been going through it for real. He got the scars to show. They been trying. Yeah. I think they found out Woody ain't had nothing to do with it. Cause it looked like niggas got off his ass. Cause I think technically that's just the way I'm leaning at this point. His immunity don't cover federal? No, it don't even cover all the state. What you talking about, No, hold up. Fuck federal. No, that's a fish immunity, y'all. I read some shit. That immunity phony, just to let y'all know. That ain't the immunity we talk about. That word that go in front of the immunity, means cheeks. Basically. I sent you the link for court footage. Oh, what link, Nikki? They got court going on? When? Now? The severed trial is on? Oh, shit. Yeah. Fuck y'all mean. What? Do I want it? Yes. Thank you. Camera cheeks in that bitch. Oh yeah, party time. Let's rock and roll in this motherfucker. Yeah, baby. We got action. You gotta love it. Yo, why they shooting? In log profile. They try to use a way bigger court. This camera is butt. Can we get some focus? They got one mic on. I had to freak it. Okay. We got some women. Shorty out of jail, look. I thought she was locked up. Yeah, buddy, we got work. It's a nice Friday. Tap the like button. What's this? Armed and ready, this YSL trial 2. I'm snapping it. This YSL trial 2. No, we gotta give it a name, bro. It need a better name than that. No, this ain't Becky. It's the severed. Nah, I gotta get a name that lets you know what it is. Hold on, let me think. IBN, salute. Tap the like button for me, yo. Help me get to 300. Let's rock. We got action. We got reason to rock today. We should have more people. This ain't a real trial, y'all. That's why they don't got on suits and stuff. Good morning. We got the same Hilton and them gonna be over here. Yeah, that's a misgot proof. We got new lawyers over here.
Court will now remain seated. Court will now come to order.
Microphones on cheeks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is...
What the fuck?
Alford J. Dempsey Jr. I'm a senior judge with the Superior Courts of the state of Georgia, and this is the final plea calendar for the YSL 7 defendants. I'm going to go ahead and call the calendar, and by this time, they have been updated updated offers that may or may not have been the same or different than what may have been previously made, but they have in fact been made, and defense counsel was instructed to discuss it with their clients. And as I call the calendar, we'll hear what, if any, announcements are being made, whether there's a plea, whether there's a further notice to the trial calendar, or whether or not they need a moment to confer with the state and the defense counsel further before an announcement is ultimately made. So, all right, everybody, I need to have it quiet in here, okay? No chit chat and all of that. Thank you. First case is State versus Miles Farley.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm Stasis Medina on behalf of Mr. Miles Farley.
Miles Farley, step up to the plate.
All right.
Salute to everybody in here. Tap the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Straight up. Yo, help me get a fine and like.
Announcement to be made with regards to this defendant.
No further announcement, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
That's Hilton.
be excused.
All right, just 1 second. Is this, if I understand, whatever the offer was is no longer available as of today?
Oh, they turning it down?
Yes, any offers that were made will be withdrawn after today, if not accepted.
Okay.
Well, keep your funky offer.
Okay, then Mr. Farley is further notice to the trial calendar. State's offer is withdrawn. Okay, and you may be excused, sir, with you and your client.
Whoa.
Judge, good to see you.
All right, good to see you too. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
What happened? That boy home? He already got bailed out. What happened?
Was withdrawn. Is further notice to the trial calendar. State's offer is withdrawn.
Oh, he didn't take it. Oh, that boy bold. That's 6'9". No, he not free. That boy on bond. He going to trial. He really want to take it to trial. He a whole gangster.
Okay, and you may be excused, sir, with you and your client.
All right, thanks, Judge. Good to see you.
All right, good to see you too. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Good to see you.
Next is State versus Garlington.
Good morning, Judge Thomas Mondelli for Mr. Garlington. On this case, Your Honor, the state conveyed an offer in writing, which I've conveyed to my client. I've spoken with the state as well. At this point in time, we are declining their offer. The case will be further notice as a result, but per discussions with the state, we would like to be able to keep negotiations open.
And today is the last opportunity to make a negotiated plea. Anything after the delay is going to be non-negotiated, regardless of whether the state or the defendant has negotiated something. We put this on the calendar a good while back. This case has been going on since God created Adam. And so if you haven't worked out something yet, too tough. We just moving it to the trial calendar.
Whoa.
And that's all I've got to say.
Whoa.
So you had plenty of time to talk about what could be done, and that's it. So further notice to the trial calendar. State's offer is withdrawn. Anything after this is non-negotiated.
What?
That's fine, Judge. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
You tough. You applehead beh. You applehead beh. He tough as a man, John, ain't he? Pump a nickel head ass. Golly.
State versus Adams.
I told y'all yo, who remembers me telling y'all they not gonna be playing on this side? Man, what'd I say? I said, yo, I would hate to be. Come on, lady. They need mics.
We'll do a pretrial. Come back to you. All right.
Wagon.
Judge,
Yes.
can we make sure everyone is on the mic?
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can we make sure that all speakers are on the mic or at a mic?
Okay. Were you able to get the last statements? Ms. Jones, were you able to get the last statements?
Yeah, she was very low, but I did hear her. I just
All
want to
right.
make sure.
All right, folks, court reporter is on the Zoom, and you'll need to be at a microphone that's actually working. I think that one might not have been working. Is it? All right. No, she got, Ms. Jones said she was it was difficult to hear, but she got it. So, all right, Damone Blaylock.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
We received an offer from the state. I have reviewed that with Mr. Blaylock. At the moment, he would like to reject that offer, and we'd be asked to please be further noticed for a trial calendar. There was.
Oh, that's my homie.
Go ahead.
There was one other thing that.
All right, y'all. If y'all remember, homie, he the one that was defending one of the defendants, and he looked like he could be a defendant. Yeah, when they was all together, he used to always be eating in the morning. I rock with Holmes. He a young, black attorney. He young. He looked like he could be on trial. I respect him. I'm glad to see that he denying it so we can see him go to trial, straight up. And this must mean that the evidence these people have is cheeks. And you know Atlanta strip clubs got the best cheeks. So it's Atlanta strip club cheeks. Straight up. All these people in here coming in saying, nah, we want to go to trial. Literally like the lyrics of the song, take it to trial. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what you want to hear your lawyer say. Nah, we don't need to take no plea. We standing. Nah, we getting it. Nah.
Discuss with you, as I notified the court that I had filed a motion in reference to Mr. Blaylock's severance from the original trial. An order on that motion was filed on May 10th, if I'm not mistaken. I did request a hearing on that motion. I never received notice of that order until June 11th. I filed a motion requesting that the Honorable Court please reconsider that motion and allow me to be heard on that motion. There were some things that I did want to bring to the Honorable Court's attention to at least put on the record. So I would respectfully ask the Honorable Court if we could please set that for a date, and I could be heard on that motion.
It is a RICO. It's the same RICO that got split in half. So essentially it got split into two separate trials. I believe they said it's 7 people on this. Did he say 7? Don't quote me.
Yeah. Okay. No. I decided it based on the brief. The defendant cited no authority for the proposition that the court was required to have a hearing on the motion. And so the facts and the circumstances that on the transcript from the proceeding were clear, and therefore there was no merit to going back to allow defense counsel to be able to orally argue a meritless motion. Second thing, we filed it in Odyssey. And from what I understand, your information is correct. So that's what we're supposed to do, file it.
We ain't gonna make it through this trial. Holmes pausing. Yo, crazy.
And it's supposed to go to counsel. Well, I don't know why you didn't get it, if in fact you didn't get it.
His muffler clogged.
But the more significant is the fact that Ms. Chavis, the case manager, emailed you a copy, and you didn't file a motion until 11 days or thereabouts after you actually clearly had notice of it because you got sent to you. And then the Superior Court rules, if you want to make a motion for reconsideration, you got to do it within 10 days. So even if you didn't get it under the normal Odyssey process, you had more than 10 days before you filed the response. So it was untimely. But, you know, this is, with apologies to the Four Tops, this is just the same old song. And
yo, Yo, why is they bringing these camera ready ass judges? Don't be quoting no damn R&B goodies. What the hell what?
It wasn't good the first time. So with
What?
with no disrespect intended,
Yeah, you did.
I'm not gonna
You
just
trolling.
take up court time to allow somebody to come in to argue a case when the pleadings clearly make and the facts aren't really in dispute. Therefore, that motion for reconsideration is denied.
Okay, Your Honor. I understand.
You further
that.
notice into the trial calendar, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I can
I don't like
just put just a few things on the record just for purposes of Mr. Blaylock.
I don't
Go
like
ahead.
Just as it pertains to that motion, I did want to say, so again, that Mr. Blaylock did not consent to his severance originally.
Which is in the original brief. Go
Yes,
ahead.
correct. So generally, the trial court is allowed to sever an individual if, upon a motion by the defense or the state, that it could be granted on that basis. A motion to sever was heard on behalf of all the defendants in this case earlier, which was denied. On this particular day, neither Mr. Blaylock nor the state raised a motion. Both of us actually opposed. Mr. Blaylock and the state opposed that motion. There was no finding of manifest necessity by the court. There was no facts that the Honorable Judge Glanville laid out to indicate manifest necessity on this particular day.
Come on, young cuz. You need some energy, bro. You can't be up there seeming timid. Well, he got you scared? Loosen your knees, bro. You gotta wiggle your knees like steel a little bit. Pause, bro. Come on, get some, yeah. Like you at the foul line, bro. You can't be all stiff, cuz.
The only information that Judge Glanville put was that it served his best interest. To be quite frank, I'm pretty sure it would serve everyone's best interest to be severed in this case. However, there were no factual findings of manifest necessity, which is what is required for
Yo need to watch me, bro. He'd have came in here real way spicier. If he'd have been watching the other trial with us, not just me, yo, us. You feel me? Because it's a team thing. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to bust this law down without y'all. Y'all like, yeah, you heard? But yo, for real, I think his confidence would be a little bit higher. You heard?
Trial judge to sever a defendant. There was no facts. There was nothing pertaining to the actual evidence in the case that was laid out as to justifying Mr. Blaylock's severance. It was simply that he fell ill one day.
Whoa! Look how the judge posted. Oh, shit. You ain't fucking with him. Oh! 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 Niggas is not fucking with him. Oh, man. We in for a doozy. Ain't this a... Yo, this is not who you want, bro.
He wanted medical treatment. Mr. Blaylock and I offered to waive his presence, offered an alternative to being severed. The Honorable Court denied that.
Yo.
And elected to sever him.
How is he white or black? That's crazy. Guys can't determine if he white or black. That's crazy.
Despite
That's
him
crazy.
Despite his discontent with that. And just ultimately, there were no factual findings. There were no findings based on the evidence being confusing, being prejudicial to Mr. Blaylock, and no finding of manifest necessity by the court justifying his severance without his consent. That's all I have to say on that.
Yo, he is literally one of these dudes that's on trial grandfather, y'all. This is what you don't want. Yo, Holmes a Republican, y'all. Holmes is yo 65 to 70 years old, black, and a Republican. Bro.
Your Honor.
Question, what, if anything, you just said now that you didn't put in the initial brief?
I got one question for Judge. Yo, you voted for Obama?
Most of that in the initial brief. Just the reasons that people generally have motions. I'm sure that when we come in here and I'm able to orally express certain things to you, I'm sure that I can not only have a chance to respond to what the state says, but also I can answer any questions that you may have, frame things in a different way, rather than taking up paper, putting everything in a written brief. So that's really why I want it to be heard.
Yo, I hate to say it. I like Glanville.
Just to, really be able to flesh out some things and answer any questions that you may have. If the Honorable Court stands by his ruling, I completely understand and I respect that. But I did just at least want to be able.
If I had to pull up to a chick house and meet her father, I'd rather it been Glanville. Straight up. And that's how I'm carrying it with a judge. The same one I would want to be if I had to go to the spot to meet, somebody grandpops or their father. I'd rather get Glanville than this dude, cuz. Straight up, bro. Glanville gonna be a little bit more, y'all was out, you feel? All right, I get it. He gonna be a little bit more understanding if you keep it real with him. This dude look like he gonna hardball your ass. Punish me. I ain't hearing none of it. I ain't hearing none of it.
To put some things on the record.
Okay, well, let the record reflect. You just argued the motion and you haven't said.
Yo, look like he don't condone nothing that the youth do. Seriously. He looked like he still wants the life to be like how when he was young. I don't rock with them old people. I could be wrong, but he giving me them vibes. He giving me them vibes like he ain't never liked hip hop. Seriously, I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling, bro.
Anything that's going to change the court's mind. And so the motion is denied.
Damn.
All right.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you. May we be excused?
Yes, sir. You can. We've got so many defendants in here. We'll have to, in an orderly fashion, allow different defendants to be excused at the time that is most convenient and safe for the sheriff to handle that. So, but you may be excused. So have a good day.
You too, Your Honor.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we need to look at a max age. Because if they out the loop, how can they understand the context of what's going on? I mean, being a judge, you removed from being, So, I mean, once you go through 20 years of being removed from being, let's say, a regular civilian, you being put on a pedestal and removed from regular society, how much can you relate to context of what's going on? Seriously. Real rap, bro. Yo, you really gonna let your grandfather make a decision on whether or not what happened with the police and some young boys out in the streets? I ain't gonna lie, that is a little bit too far. It's almost like the president being 70. Yo, making the decisions for all of us? Oh, bro, it's an old ass out the loop. Yo, rich and old. Yo, really removed. Yo, don't know what's going on out here. Like, I want somebody that's wise. But hold on. I don't want nobody removed.
Who is your attorney, sir? Oh, Mr. Lalum. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. I think we received an email from Mr. Lumumba, was it yesterday sometime or whatever, indicating that he had a family emergency and needed to be at the hospital with his father was what we were told.
This is the lightest skin you could have as being a black man.
I think the state was actually sent a copy of that email as well. Ms. Hilton?
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like, are you here?
I am, Your Honor. My name is Attorney Kareem Cashman. I've been
Would you get on a microphone for us?
He hard of hearing.
And would you
Oh, this nigga's fruity and tall.
Come on, man. I'm trying to do the best we can. Yeah. All right. That's fine.
Look, he tough.
We will see.
He don't play. He give out big numbers. Can you know, yo? Why you ain't popping? Why y'all been letting him do that, Ken? Why you ain't have a conversation with him, Ken? See, I'm blaming you old heads, bro. Y'all supposed to have lunch with him and told him, yo, stop sending them young boys up the road like that. Be more cordial with it.
Come on, man.
Yo, showing off on his first day.
And would you come on, man. Or sir, and would you come on, man.
Yo,
you know,
what the hell? He's starting off righteous. Yo, somebody tell the goddamn cameraman to get the focus right. What the hell? We dealing with broadcast cameras. He got us looking at fuzzy ass footage. What is this?
I'm trying to do the best we can to, yeah. All right, that's fine.
Uh-oh, he showed a little bit of compassion. Young boy said he tried to bait young boy into a beef. Young boy managed it just now. And then he backed off. That was cool. He showed a little bit of compassion, y'all.
We will see.
Oh.
What's what?
All right.
All right. All right.
All right. He just wanted to establish who was the elder. He just wanted to establish who was the elder. You say let it play? Hell yeah. I'm gonna keep it paused. Salute to you, Jones. Yo, everybody in here tap the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you don't like my talking, you can exit the left because they do be playing this in other places. This specific channel is a Slime Radio Talk Show, 101.9. If you don't like it, go outside. You can go out there and do some crime. You can go, you could go break wind. You could go walk the dog, eat dill pickles, whatever you want to do. You feel me? But when you in here with me, you feel me? We be doing a little bit of different. Yeah. You ain't even know this thing was coming right here. So go ahead and mind your business. Go ahead and play it somewhere else if you want it without no talking. You heard? Now, I appreciate you being here for the brief time you was here. Now, when you leaving out, don't make sure you don't kick the mat by the door. I like the mat at the door to be straight, but make sure you pull the door tight when you leave out. You heard? Yeah. What's up?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge. As I was saying, my name is Attorney Kareem Cashlin. I'm the newly appointed attorney for Mr. Cobb.
This is Mr. Fleetwood.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's half the issue.
Ms. Jones, did you get counsel's name? So I can have him spell it for you if you need to.
So I apologize.
Oh, he got to walk up on the judge.
Mr. Luemba is the attorney on position number 5 and number 8, who would have been Justin Cobb. And so it appears that
Yo look like a police. Yo look stupid as shit. Look at yo. He try to get a shape up and get his shit trimmed up today for the new trial. They look different from this side.
okay. Sorry.
Okay, well, we haven't got to him yet, so you can have your seat, okay? All right.
What's this, the no dread YSL trial? Nobody don't got dreads?
Your attorney that's assigned to you, now whether or not y'all have had any in-depth discussions or all of those kinds of things, I hear what you're saying, and you're indicating that you don't even know who they are, and I appreciate what you're saying, all right? He isn't here today, so
Nikki,
we
for that
will
membership.
deal with that as appropriate. Let me say this in response to what you just raised, sir, as well as in general. Anyone that's paid any attention to what's been going on in the state of Georgia and Fulton County understands that there's a lack of attorneys available to handle these types of cases. It takes forever for the whatever the name of that organization is that I never
crazy.
Never can get these initial kinds of things straight, but
crazy.
When a request is made for an attorney to be appointed to represent the defendant, it takes forever for them to get somebody and put them in place. which means that it does take time for the attorney to come up to speed and to actually be able to communicate with their clients in order to properly prepare to handle a particular cases. This case has been going on so long that certain defendants may have had one attorney, then somebody left the PD's office, or somebody left the Georgia, whatever they call them, counsel of defense lawyers, or whatever it is. And then somebody else has to be appointed and then come up to speed and all of those kinds of things. Well, that's what we're dealing with. So what we do is the best we can do. So if somebody hadn't had a chance to adequately prepare, or they aren't properly representing their client, then we do what we need to do to make sure that that doesn't affect the ultimate result of the case. So
Cameraman is trash.
He's not here today because he has a legitimate emergency. Now, whether or not he's talked with you, met with you, or prepared with you previously, I can't deal with that, and I have no reason to doubt what you're saying. But as far as what we can do today, his father apparently is in the hospital, and unless we've been told something that's not true, and I don't have any reason to believe it's not true. His father's in the hospital in a very serious situation, and he's there with his attorney there. We'll look further into the idea of whether or not he's adequately been prepared or been with you to do what he needs to do to represent you in this particular case. So that's the best I can tell you right now.
What?
Now, if you want to, you may want to hear what the rest of what's going on. If you would, you can stay. If you want to step out, then we can do that now if the sheriff is able to do that.
Yo asked him if he wanted to step out in the hallway. Yo said we could do it right now. This case out of order. Guy's getting escorted up out of there. Cameraman on trash mode. Look, he got slammed up by the door.
He just keep his final plea open, given that his counsel wasn't present today?
Yes.
What was the plea? Hold on, y'all. Whoa. This the chalkiest black man I ever seen in my life. Yo. Whoa. What? It's Yo dead. He dead.
Let me see.
Yo dead. Yo been living in this courthouse for like 40 years. Yo need to go outside, cuz. Yo need to hit the tanning booth, cuz. Yo say look like an ass.
State versus McMullen.
Bro. Hold on, cuz.
Yes, please.
Hold on, cuz. Nah, somebody playing tricks on me, bro. Yo just got a black voice.
Please.
Hold on.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Lim here for Mr. McMullen. I don't have discovery yet. I am going to get it in different phases, but as soon as I get it, I'll do my best to get this case ready for trial.
You were just recently appointed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you not? Well, that's what I'm saying we're dealing with. Guess we'll hold this one open as well to allow. Let me see, what do we got for? Okay. All right, Mr. Lim. Then we'll leave it open and you can continue to come up to speed.
Yes, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Judge, can we get him to spell his name for me, please?
Yes, M-E-N-G,
Facts,
last
Brandon.
name L-I-M.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Jarvis Bradford.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Attorney Aisha Braddock for Mr. Bradford. An
Okay.
offer has been conveyed by the state, and Mr. Bradford is rejecting that offer at this time, and we would like to be further noticed to trial.
Ooh, they try to give him an Alfred plea. What he charged with? Hold up. hold up. They try to give him an Alfred plea. That's important. That's Bradford. He only got charged 1 and 2. Ooh, he got an M. He only got charged 1 and 2. They try to give him a Alfred plea, y'all. And they turned it down. He got an M charge too.
All right.
Thank you.
Further notice the trial calendar.
Tap the like button. We doing it
Okay,
different.
now
over
we're
here.
on Mr. Cobb.
Good morning again, Your Honor. As mentioned, I'm Attorney Kareem Cashlin. I was recently appointed on the case not even a month ago. I've yet to receive discovery. Additionally, I have yet to receive a plea offer from my client to even convey to him. And critically, Your Honor, unfortunately, I have been unable to get in contact with my client. I don't believe he is necessarily absconded from the court's jurisdiction. I believe it's more of a clerical error in that the conflict office has not given me proper contact information. So I'll have to go to the clerk and ascertain that info for him.
Your Honor, Mr. Cobb has yet to be arrested on the warrant. In this case, Your Honor, he has not been arrested. So that's probably why
Damn.
there is.
Salute to him, cuz. Salute to cuz. Yo, been on a run this whole time? Yo, the truth. Doo-wop. Oh. He got mentioned over in the other trial. That's doo-wop, y'all. Oh. But, bro, he got M charged, too. They ain't caught him yet? Okay.
No address for him because he hasn't been arrested.
Right. Yes, he's been, my understanding since we started, he hadn't been in custody and his whereabouts are unknown at this particular point in time.
Yes, Your Honor, he's the last defendant that has not been arrested.
And I have seen in his history on Odyssey that he might have been returned to Washington State Prison. I checked their database, and he's not an inmate located there.
Damn.
I don't believe we aren't showing that Mr. Cobb is in custody anywhere else, are we?
Correct. No.
No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Oh, yeah, he
All
out
right,
there.
well, unless and until he's before the court, then there's nothing we can do about Mr. Cobb's case. I would just say stay ready. If he's brought into custody or whatever, then you start from there.
Will do, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
But you did make a official entry of appearance, have you not? I have. Okay, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Mender.
Good morning.
Oh, that's Naughty taking in the back.
Mr. Mender, he has been relayed a message. He is rejecting the plea at this time for the notice of trial calendar.
Okay. Ms. Jones, did you get that? No, I'm the court reporter. I was just making sure she got, I know who you are, ma'am. So.
Yes, Judge.
That's Miss She Got Proof.
Then we'll
Miss Got
further
Proof.
notice the case to the trial calendar. All right. And next would be Mr. Winfrey, but I don't see Mr. Francis
44, 45.
Oh. All right, Mr.
Yo, his charge is phony,
Mr. Francis has filed a leave of absence, and he's out of the country.
Yo, Mender charges is phony, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. He shouldn't even be on here, bro. His charge is phony. He got 1, 44, 45, and 46, right? Charge 44 is possession of a weapon by an incarcerated individual. 45 is possession of a telecommunication device by an incarcerated individual. 46 is participation in this criminal street gang activity. And then he got charge number 1, which is conspiracy to violate the racketeer influence. He shouldn't even be here, y'all. He shouldn't even be here, y'all. Mender officially should not be here. His charge is phony as a man, John, y'all. Real rap. This dude right here with this lawyer got proof. His charges is super phony. This the YSL RICO, bro. Relax. Bro, if you don't know, just chill. If you don't know what's going on, just sit and listen. Straight up. I'm giving you the information. Relax. You ain't going to get your specific question how you want it. Listen. Pay attention. Stop playing.
Currently. And
straight up. Don't come in here and try to bogart me to tell you what's going on. You the one coming in late. I be getting busy. Sit still and listen. Don't make me put you in your place. Stop playing.
Yeah, briefly, go ahead.
Yeah, on the record, I'd like to fire that counsel that he had legally corresponded with me. No type of way with this case of you saying this is a final plea. And I ain't had one lawyer visit. I ain't even got my discovery pad. So I would like to retain another counsel because I feel like I have been ineffective counsel by the lawyer visit from Mr. Frank. I don't see no time. Never went to court, never met with, never answered the phone. And I understand that when you're in a citizen, I do have a right.
Yes, sir. That's true. Are you asking to be able to get someone else appointed, or are you saying that you have the resources or intend to hire private counsel?
I can hire a private counsel, you can retain another. I'd like to be appointing another counsel.
Okay, well, let me make sure we're on the same wavelength. What I'm asking is, our understanding was that you were indigent and not able to afford to hire an attorney. Okay, well, then the question isn't whether you can hire a private counsel or get someone appointed. It would be either you end up having to stay with Mr. Francis or you're able to get someone else. I understand what you're asking, and we'll take that up at a later date because we need to have him here to be able to hear from Mr. Francis, because he didn't, I guess he got appointed right before the last time we were in court. Was that not? I'm not arguing with you. Sir, I'm not disputing what you're saying right now, okay? I'm just saying I need to have him here so
pointing at the ground.
We can know the reason why if he hasn't been able to contact you or go forward with you. And unless and until we find out, we're not going to just give you another lawyer. Well, you're free to do that at any time. You're free to do that.
I'm doing it now on the record. I don't want him as my attorney.
Okay, I hear you, and I just said I'm not going to deal with that until we have an opportunity to have the attorney.
Oh yeah, we in for it, baby.
Present. Okay.
Security guard come across looking like Magic Johnson.
I got you loud and clear, sir. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Winfrey's remains open, which we would do because counsel isn't here anyway. And if we need to make a change, the court will look into that matter as to whether or not there's a justification for doing that or not. And in the meantime, Mr. Winfrey, if your family wants to hire.
His melanin still ain't glowing. Yo, this guy look like Eddie Munster.
Counsel, then they're free to
He did the monster mash.
do that. There's nothing but between them doing that, but
He did the monster mash.
opportunity, and the air ain't gonna stop them, and opportunity is still there. So if that happens, then let them make an appearance, and then they can represent you going forward. All right. This is what's on the calendar now. All right. Yes, you can.
True story. Yo, to the people in here, bro, salute the true story for the super chat. To the people that's not catching on to what's going on or you don't know what's going on, we in a different courtroom. This is a judge that's he's the judge for now. I don't know if he's the permanent judge or not. For the second YSL trial of the severed people, meaning you got 6 people that's in the trial with Thug. Well, 5 people plus Thug, right? Then you got the severed people. I don't know how many of them total, but it's anywhere from about 7 to 10 people that been severed, meaning they didn't take a plea deal and they've been waiting to go to trial. That trial is set to start soon. And it has an effect on the main trial somehow. I don't know how they affect each other, but they do. Hilton and some of her DA team is in the room right now if you ain't seen them yet. So, yeah, there are some familiar faces in the courtroom. Clearly, this is a different judge, and, yeah, this is a different courtroom. And these are all different defendants. And, to be honest, a lot of these defendants over here haven't been a part of the story on the other side. With, so, like, we got some new characters over here that we unfamiliar with. I don't even know some of these dudes, to be honest.
Good morning again, Judge. Tianre Callen for Mr. Khalid Adams. I have conveyed that offer to Mr. Adams, and we are announcing ready for trial.
Okay, further notice to the trial calendar.
Thanks, Judge.
All right.
That concludes my business. May I be excused?
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, if there's nothing further, anything from the state?
No, we'll just proceed with the other defendants, and I guess when this one is ready for trial, we'll come over and handle these defendants.
All right.
Nobody took a plea.
Excuse, Your Honor.
You may. Have a
Good
good
to
day.
see you.
It's
You
over.
too, Your Honor.
50 minutes. Nobody took a plea. Salute for that cash app.
Judge, before they leave, may I have the name of the ADA, please?
Whoa.
Sorry, Simone Hilton, Hylton.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ms. Jones.
All right, Ms. Jones, that's it. We're down.
All right, thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Judge, I'm closing everything down. Have a good day.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for sending that to me. All right, so look. For the people who don't know what that was some of the other people that got severed from the main YSL trial. Now, as you can see, somebody's not even available. So they went through and they was offering plea deals to them, which is interesting. That's what I said. If you want truth from me, why are you allowed to lie? Ugh. Good way, Antoine. So, everybody they just offered a plea deal, they turned it down. All right. I don't know how many total of them it was over there. Miles Farley turned his down. Who else? Mender turned his down. Couple dudes still don't have lawyers. They talk with Fleetwood. Javon Fleetwood is only charged with the RICO itself. He definitely shouldn't take no plea. Yo, literally is only charged with the RICO. But these two dudes right here didn't take the plea. They got an M. These two on an M charge, y'all. They turned the plea down. Doo-Wop, they still ain't caught. One of these dudes, they still ain't caught. He's still on the run, which is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I think he turned his down. He only got the number 1 charge, which is crazy, bro. Anybody that only has the 1 charge, it definitely shouldn't take no plea. Seriously, y'all. The 1 charge is like fake. It's like, how could you charge me with conspiracy to violate with no criminal charges inside the RICO itself? Seriously. So it's a couple people only got the 1. They should not take it. Now, the dude right here got 1 and 2, which is an M. The 2 is M. So I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty, yeah. Yeah. Look, Gunner had only 1. Slime Life Shorty, only 1. He only had the RICO charge, no actual DK. We should have known he only got the 1. So his overt acts, he not even charged with in the RICO. They just literally used it. It's not listed. Rod only got 1. Hold on, bro. He only charged with the original RICO. His M charge not in the indictment. Rod M charge not in the indictment, bro. That's crazy. Tick only had the 1 charge. What? I'm glad I looked back at this, bro. Hold up. Rod only got the RICO charge, y'all. So what he doing? What overt act is he charged? How? I don't know, y'all. Now I got to reassess where I'm going. Now, yeah, I got some work. I got some things to think about. I ain't gonna lie. Because all right, I ain't really looked at these charges for a long time. Now that I'm more familiar with the people placement inside the trial, it's kind of weird that Rod's still involved somehow. Like, his M charge not an overt act. Like, why it's not included as one of the charges? Yeah. Yeah, we gonna see. It's about to heat up, y'all. We about to have 2 trials. I don't know when that one's starting, but somehow. But I would feel like that one can't start till this one ends. But somebody did say that this one might end around August. Like they got the inside drop, but I've been speculated that it ain't gonna last that long based upon some other things. Straight up. And I thought that it might not even be intended to last that long. Let me know what you think in the comments. When you think it'll be over. Because I thought at the beginning that the whole trial looked fluke. They done stretched it all the way out to get this far. Now it's starting to look like the lead witness ain't really giving much. And everybody else's opinion is still questioning where the RICO is and how does this connect to Young Thug. So I'm going to keep it real. It looked like it ain't real much. It ain't a lot to incriminate these people. I mean, and then they kind of messed up getting any convictions besides the plea deals because by them trying to go vague with a net and capture everybody, they kind of watered down their idea of, actually proving that you do have some actual crimes that you can prove inside the RICO. Seriously. So they kind of messed that part up. Straight up. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. That was interesting. What y'all think? Tap the like button for me. Help me get to 500. I appreciate the 3, though. Anybody that hit the super chat or the cash app, I appreciate you. It's Friday. Turn up. That was interesting. And what do y'all think about the fact that them boys turned plea deals down? Everybody took plea deals in the first time. But now niggas turning plea deals down? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They smart. At the beginning, you would have thought they was dumb, right? True or false? Uh-oh. Yeah. Hold on, let me rephrase my question. Are people turning deals down because of the current vibe of what the trial is looking like in comparison to what people thought at the beginning of the trial? Is that the difference? Oh, so you saying that the people who were severed benefited from being able to watch their co-defendants go up before them? That's what you're saying? That's a better way to phrase it? Is that a better way to phrase it? They damn sure turned them joints down fast. Niggas ended the court case. It wasn't even nothing to talk about. Guys in there like, nah, no deal. No deal. No deal. No deal. Nah. Nope. No Sersky. All right. So, and hold on. I ain't gonna lie, that super says a lot. Hold on. I felt like these guys over here were easier to incriminate and get a conviction. Seriously. Less money. Hence, you see these boys ain't got goddamn lawyers over here yet. Now, that could be a stall. Yeah. Could be a stall. All right, so look. If the thing is, allegedly, there's not enough lawyers to move the case forward, and that's the state's excuse. Lean on that. So some of y'all might be saying, what you mean? Well, force their hand. If they don't have enough to do the job properly, could that help your case? Meaning, if you stayed indigent and couldn't afford a lawyer and played this, oh, I ain't got my lawyer shit and keep stretching it out, could it wind up being put into a situation where as though they get questioned on why they're allowing it to drag out, and then they're actually held accountable for not being able to move forward because they're not prepared? I mean, we are watching this main trial, right? So then once you get to this trial and people say, yo, this trial going to wind up taking long as a mon, John, because the state ain't prepared. It almost just makes people say, yo, won't just get this shit out the way. Y'all look super bad. Y'all not prepared to handle this level of shit, and y'all done wasted goddamn 3 years. Well, essentially 12 years at the, you feel me? Like, you investigated this long, and then this what you got, and you fumbling, and you can't handle what you've been bubbling up for. How the fuck you ain't got enough lawyers for a case you was building? Tell me that, y'all. You set up this case. How the fuck you ain't got courtrooms for it? Seriously, y'all. You knew you had 28 defendants. How the fuck your system not prepared? Yo, before all these people came in the courtroom, you had time to prepare. So you mean to tell me you were so focused? Well, you wasn't that goddamn focused because your investigation is botched all the way around the board. No matter which group you're looking at investigation. Like, you feel me? What we talking? Gang unit? What we talking? Regular APD, homicide, all forms of your law enforcement is having problems with doing, good police work. Man. I think they knew how much exposure they was doing to themselves, y'all. For real. These people, they think they pre-planned. So they knew jumping out here, putting this case on camera like this, they knew they was exposing themselves. So I'm going to have to say they intentionally did it. They looking for bigger and better things, y'all. It's going to be nice down there real soon. Seriously. You get it? Yeah. Everything like it need to be for them. Yeah, they letting Brian Steele and them eat, right? But after this whole shenanigan, I thought they was gonna smash these boys over here. I'm gonna keep it real. But what we just seen was that was a stern ass judge. But nobody ain't take no plea deal, which means I'm gonna have to say, them lawyers know something, y'all. Them lawyers know something. For all them boys to just turn them plea deals down like that, they know something we don't know. They know something we don't know, y'all. That was bold. Yeah, that was bold, y'all. That mean they don't have as much information as they claim. I'm gonna keep it real. They don't got as much information as they claim, y'all. Some of them already doing time for other cases, though, so they don't lose nothing by taking it to trial. Shit. Nah, Ricky, that would actually work the opposite way. So taking it to trial, they would lose money. If they already locked up, they should technically take a plea that might run concurrent. So I could argue that though, Ricky. It's sometimes if you locked up, you might want to take the plea. It definitely changed the table though. Oh, I agree with you on parts of it. It definitely changes the situation though. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's like 50-50 though. So like, if you got something that where you can't come home, it's kind of, I don't know. Well, ain't no such thing as can't come home because people give time back on other things. Everybody who took a plea the first time got called a snitch, so none of them want to risk it if they already in prison. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. If you can't explain yourself taking a plea, if they can't explain these plea deals, bro, and people still dumb enough to think niggas told because of these plea deals, niggas got trouble. Seriously, because we talking semantics. Real rap. That really wasn't telling. I'm going to keep it real. Like, and if the streets really don't understand that part, we got some other problems going on, bro. Real rap. That's what you would have to do in this situation. So that means we really don't even understand what we dealing with. Like, we really don't get it. That's really not telling. Like, yo, we already admitted to being in a gang. Right? We already got charged with crimes. Right. So that's it right there. That's all I'm admitting to. That's it. And I get to go home. It's a plea deal. Look, everybody already got that on their jacket, y'all. Everybody already, that's already a part of the game. This is not telling. I'm giving you, I'm an anti-teller. But technically, that's not telling. And listen, from the other side, if I'm your big homie and you caught up in this RICO and you ain't supposed to, I'm going to tell you to do that. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Yo, you ain't supposed to be on here. You got one dumbass charge from being around me. You ain't see this? Look, I'm not defending these boys. Look at this charge. Slug and goddamn, hold on, Slug, Rod, hold on, DK and goddamn Gunner all got this dumbass charge, y'all. Listen, look, conspiracy to violate the racketeer influence and corrupt organizations charge with nothing else. That mean they not supposed to be there, y'all. I'm just to let you know. That's guilty by association. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. That mean we ain't catch you red-handed. We ain't got nothing right now that's technically making you look like you an official violent gang member. You just be around these niggas. You just be around these niggas. That's what that is, y'all. I don't know if y'all know. That's like your mother getting caught up for spending some money. And you be grinding. You understand? And she put on the joint with this dumbass charge. One, what you gonna tell her to do? What you gonna tell her to do? She ain't got nothing to do with this. What you telling little sister to do? You sent sister on a Gucci shopping spree every 2 weeks. Now the feds got her on the joint, charged with the RICO. How you rocking? She told? All right. I land my plane. You niggas on the internet phony. Now, I ain't talking about what you not on paper for doing. Oh, niggas, nah, yo, they really was, yo, ho. We talking about these goddamn charges on the paper. Not what, you know, you alleging and no, we talking about what they've been charged with, bro. Which is goddamn conspiracy. Whoa, how can you just charge me with that? What did I do inside of that? What did I organize with them? Think about that. Now I'm glad we came back to this. Look, boys got one charge, which is being connected to guys. Not even a current charge in the joint. That's crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. That's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm kind of let down a little bit. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. They shouldn't even be allowed to do that. Like, you should have to have one of these other charges, bro. It should not be able to just be number one up there. You should have to have something else. We got Damone Blaylock got just number one. Yo, it's like 6 people in here with just number one, y'all. What is their crime? Here go another one, Fleetwood. Yo, that's like 7 people, I swear. Look, Gunner, Slime Life Shorty. Look at this, man. DK, Rod, Tick. Yo, bro. Nah, Ricky. See, Ricky, you going with the hoax of the law. That's not right. Why that overt act ain't listed as a number? See, you see what I'm saying? Which means they leaving it out and they just using it. So it's like, bro, that shit shouldn't have been brought in. Yeah, we on the same page. It ain't right. I know what you saying. But that's that bullshit. That's like, yo, hold on. Why that's not included, though? So how you got my guy put in a RICO of a gang, but the crimes he committed that makes him a gang member, because if you just a gang member without crimes, you're not illegal. Whoa, hold up. So inside of this RICO, where everybody's being addressed as gangs, you're using crimes that's unindicted in this RICO to prove he is a gang member to charge him in this RICO. Nah, man, what the fuck? I'm going off they shit, man. That ain't right. You supposed to put... So what I'm saying is, why not list the previous crimes in the current RICO if that's what you're using to put this person in the RICO? Something ain't right. Like DK's overt act is in this paperwork right here. DK's overt act, half a head, is in this paperwork. But he don't got no assault or battery or none of that shit. Nod got it. DK is not on paperwork in this goddamn indictment for that charge at all, or the flying car. He just on here for being around guys. How? That don't make sense. Like, which one is it? Because they brought up those overt acts. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, bro. They juiced this motherfucker, Rico. That's crazy. Yeah, it's BS. Well, I'm just saying this. Look, if you can't if it ain't an open charge and you put it in a RICO to address a person, I think if you already charged them for it, they can't go down for RICO. Seriously. If they already served time for the charge that you only can connect them to in a RICO and they have no other charges, they can't go down for this RICO. Straight like that. You fucked up and already charged them for it. It's over. If that's their only overt act connecting them to this RICO, they not in. They already served. You fucked up. What's up? Ugh. 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 I get it. What's up? What's up? Okay. All right, you're served. You can't use that. You can't make him go serve time for the overall idea of a crime he committed underneath of an umbrella before you figured out the umbrella. Now you want to charge him again. That's double jeopardy. Fuck that. Nah. Nah. That's the only charge. You hear the catch? If he had another charge that you never charged him with that got him in the gang, you know that you feel me? Then you got room to put him in the RICO. That boy ain't got no other charges, and you already charged him with the shit you saying that put him in the gang? No. He beat the RICO. He already served time for the crime that's inside of it. So therefore, technically, you can use that inside of a RICO to paint the picture of this gang and the moves they make in order to keep the gang going forward. But you cannot incriminate nobody for that charge separately anymore, which means nobody can be added, that can't be added on as a number in this overt act as an open crime they should be charged for. They still will be able to call them to the stand. If they don't include them in the RICO, they can call on them. What you mean? I don't see that being a problem. If they ain't got the information to really solve the crime, then their questions is going to be ass cheeks anyway, and dudes ain't got to come testify. Even though they still got charged, it don't mean the RICO case over. Yeah, we need a double jeopardy jump. Y'all missed it. Subscribe to the second channel. Last night we had a case where where the lawyers got somebody dismissed on a gun charge. That was interesting. It took a minute to get there, but at the end, I ain't gonna lie, they got the guy's charge dismissed. One of them, I believe. Yeah, y'all, that was interesting last night. We gonna do the Detroit. They showing how to beat a RICO. Well, the only reason these ideas work is because YSO essentially was not a terrible gang. Like they wasn't, I don't know how to describe it. Let me say this. Their activity blended in enough to where as though I could say technically it would have been closed and shut and everybody probably would have took plea deals like most dudes do when they get RICOs. That's why we don't see a lot of trials and stuff. Like, to be honest, most dudes ain't taking this type of stuff to court because when they get caught, the evidence is so heavy. Nobody don't even want to challenge it. And normally, when you see RICOs pop up, so you can't even use our approach to this YSL RICO on other RICOs. Like, the way we approaching this, other RICO is gonna be so heavy, bro. You ain't gonna be able to even form a defense, to be honest. Like, it's rare that I read through paperwork and I feel like, yo, they could beat this. That's rare. Like, we shouldn't even be able to feel like that if the police did their job correctly, to be honest, by reading paperwork. Seriously, like, there should be no holes that a civilian sees and says, we can beat this. Look. So, to be honest, this RICO has been light since the beginning, or else we wouldn't have been here this long. We wouldn't be feeling like there's a chance. Real rap. And I know some of y'all got family members or people around y'all where y'all seen paper, you seen and heard the charges or read it, and you say, oh, hell no, niggas going to jail. Straight up. It's going to be some jail. It's going to be some jail. I'm going to just say, yeah, like even my man got caught. He got caught with some work, real heavy, with a gun. So when I see him finally, I say, yo, what it's looking like? He say, I'm going to have to do some time. He said it plain too. He ain't look sad. He was regular with it. Oh, sure enough, his ass had to do some time. Most RICOs done by the feds, yes. But 7 states have the ability to do state RICOs. Each one of them got different laws for their RICOs. So federal RICO laws aren't the same as state RICO laws. So Georgia State got different laws inside of their RICO than federal. They actually got some flim-flam laws. It could get worse. Georgia State can charge you with a word. To be honest, they being cordial because they got a law where they can charge you with the idea of a RICO. Yeah. If you think they wrote this up slick, if you want to know what I could do with that law, essentially, I could get you locked up for preparing to do something. That's different. We talking about, like, hold on, let me give you an example. Say we catch you on a petty level, right? Then we tap your phone. Then we get a whole bunch of phone calls of you making plans to be a kingpin. Not the actual work yet. Just you putting the pieces together over communication. I couldn't catch you red-handed. I did catch you talking about it, though. Technically, Georgia State paperwork could charge you with a RICO. According to what I done seen, that's what it looked like, y'all. The idea. Like, say you was organizing to get some grass sent in from Cali, and you was going to bust down with you and your little homeboys, and y'all was going to run that through the apartments and then send the money out and get it and do it again. Hell yeah. Just you telling your man that on the phone, if they, or some type of, they catch the in-between of that, technically, the way Georgia State RICO was written, that one scared me. Whoa. The conspiracy to conspire. Whoa. What? Oh, Lord. What the fuck that just say? The thought. Now, I forget how they got it worded. You know how they like to word it, but it wasn't hard to read. It wasn't in no crazy legalese. It say what it said. It was basically on some, they said it the regular, The first is 3 different ways they could charge you with RICO. And I read them. The first 2 was the ones we used to. This type of wine and this one. Okay. Then this third one was like, oh, what the fuck? Then I kept reading it like, oh, that's an idea. They're charging you with conspiring before you ever hit the ground. Yeah, that's spooky right there. That's charging you for the bluff, y'all. You could have been just bluffing, y'all. Not the bluff the place. I'm talking about like you just talking. You just a nigga who be talking. You about to do this, you about to do that. Oh yeah. Jeez. Let me give you another example. Oh, let me give you a better example. We got the gas station popping. Low level shit. Now we doing enough for them to tap the phones. Now on the phones, we keep talking about how we trying to turn this into some old super duper crazy shit, right? Essentially, according